Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 5 of a 25-part series of tutorials on creating presentations using Microsoft PowerPoint. In this tutorial, we are going to look at how to format text in a slide. My name is MemJM, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. Formatting text is to make it attractive and appealing to the eyes of the audience. It can be done by changing text color in a placeholder, AutoShape, or a text box. The following are thus some of the ways of formatting text in a presentation. By 1. Selecting the text you want to change. Then you click on Home menu and do any of the following under the fonting group of the toolbar. You click on the font color button and select the text color of your choice. You can also click on the font type button and select the font type of your choice. You can then proceed and click on font size button. Then you select the font size of your choice. You can also click on change case button and select the case that you need. You can also click on bold, italics, and or underline buttons to make your text bold, italicize, or underline it respectively. The following is therefore a demonstration on how to format the text on a slide in the presentation that we have created by the title Introduction to Emily Swap. So let's format the various texts in our presentation. So the first one, Introduction to Emily Swap, we can select it that way, and then we can click on Home and choose Underline. I want us to underline it. Maybe we can also change its color. So we can select Introduction to Emily Swap. Then we click on font color here and choose a different color. Like we can click on more colors. We click on standard, and then I like this color myself. So I'll click OK. Introduction to Emily Swap. And then MemGM's introduction. We can select that, and then we can choose a different font type now. I want to choose a different font type. And this font type is this one, Berlin Sans FB Demi. So I can select it. I can also change its size because it looks to be very small. I can click under font size and then choose font 32. Let me also change or format this copyright here. So I can select it, and then remember, you can also format using the shortcut menu that is produced just right here. So I can make it broad by clicking on bold. I can italicize it. Then I can change its font color, for example, to blue. And maybe we can also increase its size to 24. That way. So our first slide is looking somehow presentable. Let's move on to slide 2. So you click on slide 2, and then you can remove what you don't want. For example, I can remove that. Then I can format this Emily Swap ICT, or I can delete it. Let me delete it. It's not making sense here. So I can select it and press delete. And there's this placeholder here that we don't want. So I can delete it. From there, I can resize this placeholder. And then we can format this heading. So you can select this font or this title, then change its font title to, for example, Bookman Bold Style. So click Bookman Bold Style, and then I can increase the font size, for example, to 36. And I can resize my text bar the way I want. And then I can even center this heading by clicking on Center Alignment button. Then I can make it broad by clicking on Broad. Do I need to change the color? Yes. I can also change the color for that heading to another different color. For example, blue. Then I can click OK. I can also change this font type here by selecting that text, and then I can choose Times New Roman, and I press enter. Then I can even justify it, that justified alignment, and I can increase the font size a little bit to around 24. Then I can move this text box to be of similar height to the picture. That way. If I want to have this heading on top here, I can select this text, cut it, right-click on it and cut it. And then I can place a text box here. I can draw a text box here. That's not a text box. So I can click on this text box, and then I can draw it here. And then I can click on the home menu and click on paste. And this time around, I want to retain the formatting. So I can click on paste special. Then I can resize my objects like that. I can place my title nicely that way. So I can also resize or remove this text box. So my presentation is, or my slides are now looking presentable. So I can also select that text and change its type. For example, to Arial black, but it will not look nice. So that one, I can retain it the way it is. Then we move on to slide 3. Here's our slide 3. So we can format this heading. So we select this heading and align it by clicking on U. Increase the font size to 40 to 54. That way. Move it nicely. Then center that text. Make it bold by clicking on bold. Then we can have it that way. We don't need to change anything else. It's already looking nice. But then there are these objects here. Introduction to MLSwap's YouTube channels. So we can select that text, make it more legible by increasing the font size, 28, resize it nicely, click on center, change the font type, for example, Times New Roman. Change the font size, increase it, maybe 32. That way. Have this text having a different color, like the color for most of MLSwap's YouTube channels, which is this color. They get bold. And then there's this text inside here. Select this text inside this object. So we are going to select it, select that text, then increase its size so that it is legible from far. For example, that way, 32. change its color so that it becomes more legible. Therefore, I can, for example, choose a more dark color like that one. Then I can click OK. Or I can change it to black. That way, and make it bold. I can also change the size for this, but retain the font size. Let me have it as 36. Make it bold as usual. And then we can also change this color, for example, to that color. Then, now this font type and this font type are the same. So we retain the same font type for our third slide. So I can increase this font type or this font size to 32, but then I increase this object a little bit, and then I can make this text a little bit broad, and then I can change that font color, for example, to that one. As part of formatting, we can also move on and change the case. So glorious ministry, this can be in uppercase. So, and also live skills. So I can select live skills, then click on home menu and click on the change case button here. So I can click there, then I can click uppercase. I can also do the same for glorious ministry. You select that text, click on the button for change case and choose uppercase. Then our slide number 4, we can select that text, increase it because it is almost like the only word or the only text in this slide. That is the WordArt, and we can have it that way. So we can save our presentation. So that's our first slide. It looks attractive. Second slide is there. It looks nice. Third slide is looking quite good. And the last slide is there. Remember to save your work. So that's how you format the text in a presentation. Just as you have seen, my dear students and the rest of the learners, you can always format the text in a WordArt. So if you want to format text in a WordArt, just as I have done, you select the text in the WordArt to be formatted. Then click on the Home menu and set the required text attributes under the font category. To add text attributes to the selected WordArt, you can click on Format tab under the Drawing Tools menu, then click on Text Effects button and select the required attributes. In other words, if you want to add text attributes or text effects into a WordArt, you click on that WordArt and then you click on Format tab under the Drawing Tools menu, and then you select the text attributes of your choice. So the following is a demonstration on how to format text in a WordArt on a slide in the presentation by the title Introduction to Emily Swap. So in this presentation, we have how many WordArts? In first slide, there's no WordArt. Second slide, there's no WordArt. Third slide, we don't have any WordArt. But on the fourth slide, we have a WordArt. So this is our WordArt. If you want to format it, or you want to format this text in the WordArt, just as I've already said, you select that text, click on the Home menu, and then choose the attributes that you want. So I'm going to click on italics. I can also underline it that way by clicking on underline. I can also change the color by clicking on that color. Then I can change the font type this time round by choosing Berlin Sans Bindemal. You can also add some effects on this WordArt. You can even resize it. You can always resize your WordArt. We are going to learn more about the same later in my subsequent presentations. You can add some effects to it. So if you want to add some effects on your WordArt, you click on it, and then you click on Format menu and the drawing tools, this one. And then you can click on Text Effects there and make your selection under Shadow, under Reflection, under Glow, under Bevel, 3D Rotation, and Transform. So let me choose the transformation. Let me choose the transformation. And the transformation that I want, let's see, you can see how the WordArt looks like. Here we go. That way. I want to choose one which will please my eyes. I want to choose one which will please my eyes. My dear students and the rest of the learners, you may also have your own effects. So mine is just a guide. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to choose this transformation. So I'll click on it. And then I can drag or enlarge my WordArt that way. I can enlarge my WordArt. I can resize it to become bigger and bigger. Great. So that's how you format your WordArt. Then I can save my work. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 5 of the series. You can now continue to part 6 of the series, that is to part 6 of the 25-part series, in which we are going to learn on how to create a master slide. So in my next tutorial, which is tutorial number 6 of the series, we are going to learn what a master slide is and how you can create and use master slides in your presentation. Congratulations for learning part 5 or 25 on formatting text on a slide in creating presentations series. You can access the rest of the parts in the series as well as other computer or ICT videos by clicking or tapping on Emily Swap ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to the channel, tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube if it's not currently reading as subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write it to us through the email emilyswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless.